Quarterback guru Tony Rasiope. I have two more questions. He's on his way to a workout. Yet another one with Kenny Pickett here. As a quarterback connoisseur, Tony, you're the perfect person to ask this question. Who's a good comparable? Who's a good NFL comparable, past or present, for Kenny Pickett?
I think the Joe Burrow one's legit. I had Joe Burrow for 4 days to Manning camp twice. And when you have these guys at the Manning Passing Academy, you're around them all day long, Joe. Like you're meeting with them in the morning at 7:30 a.m., grabbing a cup of coffee, talking about what we're doing that day on the field. You're coaching high school kids with these guys. You're eating lunch with these guys. And I'm one of the four guys that the Mannings let coach these guys when they're there. I'm actually with Peyton, which is like the greatest thing in the world, right? So, so you see all these guys, and that's obviously I keyed in there at USC, and obviously the last 4 days, camp just ended Sunday, so you can hear my voice a little bit probably too. So we watch these guys throw. You put them through a workout. You're putting them through drills. Then you watch them coach again, and then you go to dinner with them at night, and then and then you're with them till midnight every single night, kind of just hanging out. Just talking ball and talking life and talking family and talking. So you feel like you get it. My point is you get a good grasp of the guy. A, how physically talented are, and B, like kind of what makes him tick. And Joe, I had Joe for both years on my field with me. I'm in charge of the field there with the high school kids, and I had Joe both years for 4 days. So I just think, the way they both throw it, they're both better athletes than people think. They're both accurate. They both process information so well. They're both ultra competitive dudes. They're both quick processors. Joe is a coach's kid. Kenny's dad didn't coach him in high school, but Kenny's dad coached him growing up, and Kenny's dad was the Hall of Famer at Shippensburg. He's been around that kind of stuff his entire life. So I just, they're ultra confident without being cocky. Kind of how you want your quarterback, right? Kind of the I would say the magnet in the room. If they walk in a room, everybody kind of gravitates towards them. They're kind of both. They're very similar in that way. So I would be that. That's the biggest one. Now let's go out there and play well and get those 3 Ps that I talked about earlier, right? So you see a lot of talented guys get drafted high, and they start their NFL career maybe too early, or they don't have those 3 Ps around them, and within 4 or 5 years they're done. They're out of the league, or they're a backup somewhere. So it's kind of, you have to be ready, and the team has to be ready at the right time. If that makes sense.